So I got into reading comic books lately, and I thought it might be a good idea when I finish a book, we'll just do a quick rundown. It's not a comic book channel, but I found as I'm going through them really fast, this might be a good way to make them stick without feeling like I have to keep all the comics. So I just finished Sean Murphy's Batman, White Knight, and he. When people talk about Batman being certain Batman comics that are overly dark, this is a name that's come up once or twice. Basically, the idea is the Joker is force-fed some medicine or what have you, and because he's taking this medicine, the Joker vanishes and becomes his former self, his pre-Joker self, which in the comics is Jack Napier. So the overall story is that Jack Napier, formerly the Joker, becomes a city, a local hero running for city council, whereas Batman is very much villainized. He's reckless, he's causing all this property damage, and they try and kind of make you hate Batman in the first half of the book, and so I found that pretty hard to get through. So at first I didn't really like it, but then towards the end, when they start to turn it around, there were a few really awesome moments. One moment in particular, there's a moment where they're talking about the Batmobile essentially being a supercomputer on wheels. So they're gonna do like a big EMP to try and cripple it. And they're like, okay, well if we cripple the Batmobile, we'll need something analog to fight it, because all of our cop cars or whatever will be crippled too. So we need something as powerful as the Batmobile, but old school and analog. And Nightwing, who's with the cops at the time, is like, I could steal something that's just like that. And you flip to the next page, and it's the Batmobile from like the Jack Nicholson movie from like 1988, 89 or whatever that came out. When I hit that page, I was sitting alone in my office, and I was audibly like, yeah! And then as Batman redeems himself towards the end, I thought it was very touching. Another thing, you longtime comic people can correct me, but the way they handled Harley Quinn I thought was really interesting. You have Harley Quinn from the cartoon, right, with the gesture suit, and then you have Harley Quinn from like the later movies where she looks completely different. This book was like, well, they're two different people. You had Harleen Quinzel, which is the original Harley Quinn, and at one point she leaves and is replaced with this other woman, and the Joker doesn't notice because he has all these mental conditions. And I thought that was awesome. I was like, yes. I loved it. It was such. By the end of the book, I was a huge fan. First half, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't care much for them making Batman the villain, but yeah, it was an enjoyable book. People tend not to mention it when they're talking about their top 10, or top couple favorite Batman books, but I very much enjoyed it. All right, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.